everyone, I'm Nick the Pond King, and if you didn't know, I love what I do for a living. And what I'm trying to do is teach this more and more and help other artists set themselves free. There's nothing better in the world to me than to go and help somebody, to teach them the ropes about building water features, strapping boulders, doing it carefully, protecting that liner, planning your plumbing, installing a skimmer, putting together a biofalls, putting together waterfalls, bringing your vision to life, because there's a lot that can happen between your vision and actually bringing something to life. All right, what's up everyone? Nick the Pond King here. We're here with Gary with Country View Landscaping. He is the man with the plan. I'm pumped. He asked us to come in and help show him how we do mainly the vlogging. He already has a really good concept of how to do the ponds. I'm here to make sure that we do quality control. So if there is any problems, we can stop it before it happens. And then I also am here to make sure that we record the whole process and really highlight their business and all the other people that are here to help us. Big things with the skimmer is you got to be very careful about how the liner looks when you're putting it on there. Bulkheads are very important. You have to be very careful. You have to do it the right way. All right, so this comes with these cool pokers. And this is really hard to mess this up. See how there's one screw on the top, two on the bottom, or four I should say. Three on the top, four on the bottom. The three always goes up top because you don't need as much pressure up here because there's no water. This is underwater. So we need to make sure that we have the most pressure underwater pushing against it. Waterfall foam is all about trying to think like water. Water is always going to take the path of least resistance, and it's always going to find the lowest cracks. If it's a humongous void, that foam's just going to keep falling, falling, and falling.
Nick, do you ever foam behind the boulders?
Yeah. Yeah, there are times where you have to, where you can't get the flexibility on the liner to push in that gap.
Okay.
Like here, I probably will in that whole little grouping, because when we push against it, if we don't close it enough, the water will go behind, right?
Okay.
And it'll fall this way, and you won't have the waterfall effect you want. It's not a leak, but it's not the desired look.
Right.
And if you're not careful, it would be a leak when you go to fold the liner down and stuff. So we'll talk about that stuff as we're going too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so much to teach. It's crazy. Like I never knew I had this much to teach.
That's why you're the Pond King.
up, everyone? We're here on the job site, day number 1 on Project 1 here in Arizona. It's about 9 a.m. right now, and we're unloading. We're at the job site. We just came up with our game plan, and man, Ivan's got it. He's got the vision. He's got the talent to hook up the logistics. We got here where everything is ready for us, so I'm super excited. He's got a solid vision, and we're really just here to compliment him and bring that vision to life. It is so much fun to be able to help budding artists bring their visions to life, because people are so talented and they just need a little help, and it's so fun to be that person to say, hey, you can do this. Trust yourself, trust your vision, and let me just show you a couple of pointers to help you have some success. Minnesota and all our YouTube fans. We're here in Soward, South Carolina. Check this out. Example of inexperience where you can't blend the two. You just can't blend a pond and a pondless waterfall unless you make that pond like an ecosystem pond. See all that wiggly? The reason that sediment built up like that is because that pond vault is not the lowest point, so there's no way to actually get it out every year when you're doing your spring clean out. That's why you have to make sure that vault's at the lowest point and that everything kind of slants towards it, because you will get this kind of sediment. And all that is fertilizer for algae. just custom and really cool. Have you guys seen the time when I came down here in March yet? Go check the link out, follow this card, that'll take us to when we built that fountainscape in the back of a pickup truck. Plus, you gotta see that botanical garden. It is just fantastic. Really cool content on that episode. Actually, Shahi, why don't you run some of our favorite parts real quick? Really cool people, really fun to make new friends, really fun to deepen connections. And then it's even more fun to do something like this that's creative and positive during all this chaos. I'm very grateful to be able to have created something that'll be here with positivity and attract people. See why it's so fun to come down here. Jay knows so many cool people. It has just been a blast. In the case of this one, check out project number 19. It's coming up on our channel. It'll be a while. But on this project, we had to think on our feet. We had to build it in reverse, where we had to start with our waterfall and all the way work our way back on the way out and finish with our intake bay. Normally we like to build the pond first, get that pond filling with water, move on to our waterfall, and then when it's all filled, we're usually ready to plug it in and check it out and enjoy it. But sometimes you have to think on your feet. So that's one of the things that we're really good at, is just getting into a situation and being able to bring a vision from point A to point B, which is somewhere in your mind, to somewhere like this and bringing it to reality. This is a huge pond. It's 23 by 32 with an intake bay on it. The intake bay adds another 3 feet to it, so it feels like it's 35 feet long. We have 35 feet of stream going back into the hill. We got really lucky when we were selecting our boulders in that this one had some holes already mined in it, so we turned it into a bubbling rock up in that wetland filter. The clients asked us, hey, we'd really like this to be turnkey. What does this need so that we don't have to do anything? Well, we thought, hey, you're gonna want a pathway. So we did a puzzled pathway, a flagstone pathway through there. And then we did some plantings, extra mulch, and some pathway lights. So one of the things that people love about working with us is that it's not just about us. It's not about me, Nick, the Pond King. It's about you. It's about your client, and it's about bringing it to life. Having a vision is awesome, and we really want to help you bring that vision to life. But there are a lot of things that need to happen in order for that vision to be structurally sound and engineered properly and built with the Aquascape 5-part recipe. What I can promise you is, if we follow that Aquascape 5-part recipe, you're gonna have crystal clear water every single time. It's just we have to build it to scale. So if you're thinking of something huge, we'd love the opportunity to help you with that, but you have to give us the resources to make sure that that huge pond is easy to take care of as well. Valley Vision. They're out of the north suburb Chicago area. They're going to be spending the week with us just to soak up whatever knowledge they can. Today you got to see Aiden teach a lot, you got to see Brad teach a lot, you got to see Justin teach a lot, and it was so fun for me to be able to step back to let my team do a lot of the teaching because they were able to teach it. And by the end of the day, Mr. Elliott here was already strapping boulders and getting them ready, and he was already picking out some of the boulders and what the water might do.
Today. It was a super informative day for me, for sure. I actually get some hands-on experience here, and it makes it a lot easier to go back home with more confidence in trying to build waterfalls and even doing maintenance on people's housing and stuff. Yeah.
Awesome. And Josh, how you feel?
It's just all the confidence that you're building up here, just learning all the stuff from you, from your team. It's just awesome.
Well, thanks for your care and hard work, guys. Like I said, I love teaching. So when you're picking out boulders, it is a process, and that is something we do enjoy being a part of. It is fun for us to come here and say, well, you know, we've got some goals. So as part of those goals, when we're picking these boulders, we want to have some thought processes going through our minds on how we're going to use those boulders, right? Yeah, that sounds like something that's second nature for us. Most of the people it is. But if you're new to this, maybe you're not quite thinking that. So you want to make sure you're tying in your looks. Don't want to always go with huge stuff only. When we first got our machinery and we started playing with machines, we didn't realize we were using all the same big boulders, huge stuff, without really taking the time to break it up with the smaller stuff. As we've gotten better and better with this, we feel we've gotten better and better, and I feel like our team is really pushing it. We are pushing those limits between man-made and nature-made, and it's awesome because we continue to go to continued education, and our mentors are always giving us great advice. And the best water features are where you can't tell where the water ends and the land begins. So I love teaching. When I graduated from high school, I got all these awesome gifts from family and friends for graduating, for the accomplishment of graduating and getting through high school, and I wrote them all thank you letters saying how I wanted to be a teacher myself. I had some really fun teachers in high school that left me with some really impactful thoughts and some things to carry throughout life, and I always thought that would be a fun thing if I could do for others. Now here I am, having spent nearly 20 years in a field, and I'm getting a chance to teach others how fun it is to be able to free yourselves and to be able to create a career using your hands and setting yourself free. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, I am very interested in not having to sit much over the winter. I just want to be able to continue building. You know, by the time this episode airs of us talking about teaching and consulting and how that's such a passion of mine and how we're excited to help people, we have a team that's ready to travel throughout the winter as well. So if you're interested in that, we've had some people come all the way from Illinois to learn from us. They spent a week with us just so that they could learn from our team. So that is something I'm very excited by. We want to do it more and more and more. We do traveling throughout December and April, and oftentimes we'll travel throughout the summer too on different weekends and things like that. So we just want to help more people enjoy this aquascape lifestyle, because one of the things that was taught to us, and I truly believe it, is that if we help enough people get what they want, eventually we're going to get everything we want. What I really would enjoy is having my own water feature like this. So if this is something that I can help you build, give me a call and give me a chance to help you build that. Thanks for watching. I am Nick the Pond King. Give me a call. I'd love to teach you how to do this, how to bring your vision to life and have fun at the same time. All right, we'll talk soon. Sponsored by Pond King Water Gardens. Living works of art, 1 yard at a time.